Hello, everybody. How we doing? How we doing? My name is Quantic Flux, and today, in celebration of Spooky Month, we are going to be playing some
Hello there.
Slay the Princess. Hey, Ashra Manaki Bobby. Thanks so much for being here, and congrats on the first. I don't know if you guys have seen this game before, but it's a very good psychological horror visual novel. Let me know if the volume is too loud or too quiet. Might be easier to hear once we get into the game itself. Perfect. Okay, great. All right. We have done like 3-ish endings so far, but let me briefly explain here what's going on. So we don't know who we are. We're some guy. We're potentially a goblin. I'm not really sure. But we are on a trail to a house, and we've got a narrator talking to us. And the narrator says that it's our job to go and murder this princess, because if we don't, the world will end. And the narrator's kind of dodgy. Okay, what is happening? Oh my god. The narrator's kind of dodgy. I don't entirely trust him much. But essentially I go in and I don't murder the princess, and she killed the crap out of us, and she's scary. And I did that a couple times, and now last I knew we got a bunch of voices in our head, and we're kind of crazy. So why don't we head on in from there?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait, so the voices aren't normal things? So I'm pretty positive that the narrator... I mean, we talk to the narrator. I think he's a voice in our head. And I know for a fact that we at least have a paranoid voice in our head and a heroic voice in our head. Okay, so let's see. End of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? That's a good question. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Get someone else to do this. Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? No, I mean like voices in the head. Not everyone has those. No, so I mean you've got your basic own voice in your head, but this guy has like a ton of voices in his head. He's got a narrator. He's got a heroic aspect of his personality that talks to him. He's got a paranoid aspect, among other things that we've seen. I'm going to ask...
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
The voice acting in this game is pretty good, by the way.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
It makes sense why no one heard Tom. Tom's a nice guy. I believe you. Apologies to Tom for not being able to be heard by anyone but you.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
I don't trust anything the narrator says, by the way.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
You swear you heard this guy somewhere? You can't put your finger on it, though. I'm not sure if I've heard him before, but he's pretty talented from what I've seen. I think that he's the voice of all of the voices in our head, but you'll have to hear the other ones and let me know what you think.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Everything in this game is hand-drawn, by the way, and some of the drawings are very creepy. But how can a princess locked away in the basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
This guy is talking to someone that overthinks everything that he ever does. There's no way I'm not going to ask questions about this situation. You have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Guy's up to something. I don't trust him. Hmm. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
I was being sarcastic, dude.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah, this is our heroic voice inside.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
So I think it might have not saved my progress, is my guess, because we had a bunch more voices in our head the last time. This seems like the first time I played.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Which is A-okay. I'll take the blade just in case.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Uh-oh.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I like that our cursor has turned from a finger to a dagger since we just picked up the blade. The fun little detail.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Okay, don't be menacing already. Come on.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
It's very menacing. You're not making it easy to not want to kill you.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
All right, calm down, heroic voice. Don't flirt with the princess.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
It sounds friendly. I trust her with my life. Look at the face she's making at us. She's disgusted. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nah. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
I don't know. I kind of feel safer with the knife. You're kind of scary, lady.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
I don't know that I agree.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it? You mean what's the worst that could happen? I don't think, just based on what I've seen from the princess in the previous playthroughs, I don't think a knife would do anything to her anyways. I'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
This is definitely not the first playthrough again, by the way, because she's acting very differently than she did the first time I approached her.
Thank you.
No problem.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Hello.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
True. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Relationship, are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? You know why I'm here to kill you. Okay, we've talked enough. I'll ask what your name is.
She hesitates before answering.
The thingy with remembering previous runs? Yeah. So each run is different, and there's like a ton of different endings. I got 3 in the hour or so that I played it, and some of them were pretty wacky.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, well, I'm starting to not like you, Princess. That's rude.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
All right, those eyes speak danger. I mean, they get so big it's scary. Yeah, she is being rude to us, too. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now, why are you here to kill me?
Well, don't be rude to someone that has, the means to kill you, potentially. Come on. I have my reasons. Do you think I'd just come here to kill someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. That's exactly what you're doing. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe. That's true.
Believe me.
I don't trust you at all, narrator.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
I don't like how condescending she's being, but that is a good point. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
All right.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
People out there who think you're going to end the world, what do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Oh, God.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I don't know. You're looking pretty creepy to me, lady.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
That's a good point. If she's a world-ending threat, how did she get chained to a wall? I don't like how she's looking at me. She's a creep. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have the reasons for keeping that information. No, if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I don't really want to be a part of that. Still have a few more questions before I decide what to do.
Fine. What do you want to know?
SCP Foundation, after containing a godlike world-ending anomaly in a 3x3 meter concrete box, the same energy here? True. How would I get you out of here? It's a great question.
You can't. Don't bother.
For you, narrator, and tell me what to do.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Oh my god. Do you want me to cut off her arm?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
I don't feel comfortable doing that, lady.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
I don't know, she's kind of creeping me
You
out.
know why you're here.
I don't feel comfortable murdering her in cold blood, though. That's pretty messed up. I'm gonna get you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
That makes sense. Sure. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
Okay. Lady, I'm trying to help you. Don't be creepy, please.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
What the heck?
Is someone else here?
What's happening? I've never seen any other characters besides the voices in my head and the princess, so this is new.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
She'll be here, no way.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay, this creep is following me around, apparently. Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Alright, she's gonna be mad at me.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Well, I don't trust you. If you'd given me more information, I might have considered it.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yes.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
I don't feel good about this. Can you do it on your own, please? I don't want to do this.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I am not comfortable with this. I hope it doesn't show too much. It's going to get me in trouble.
Against your better judgment,
why are you doing
place
this?
the blade
I don't want to
against
see
the
this.
princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding
Oh, gross.
chain.
I don't do well with gore.
You cut into her flesh.
Oh my god. Why are you looking like this? This should be more traumatic for you, I think.
The blade
Oh
is
my
sharp,
God.
and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
I hate this.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Okay, she's a monster for sure.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
I'm feeling regret at this situation.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Oh my god. This woman is terrifying.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh god, why are you doing this to me?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What the heck? Ooh, warn her?
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
They're definitely some sort of gobbo. She's a lot taller than us.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Don't murder me, please.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe we're a kobold.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Don't murder me, please. I tried to help you.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
That's not cool, dude.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
That's pretty rude.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Okay, I didn't appreciate that. I got murdered for no reason. Chapter 2, The Prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Gobbo? Like a gobbo, but a kobold?
You're
I like
here
it.
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Does this work? Yes. Hi, Arios. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well today.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
Okay,
There's
we
got
get
to be a way out of here.
we get
For
a
us
new
and
voice.
for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Ooh, 1 sec. I think my cat is scratching at the door. I will be back in just a second. That was not her, apparently. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got a new voice. We previously only had the heroic voice. Now we've got a skeptical voice. That sounds like me. Okay, so we shouldn't trust him, which I didn't. Sure.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
He's probably just lying, though.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Yeah, but I don't trust you. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
I don't trust anything you say. Assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? That's a good point.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Mm-hmm.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
That is true.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
It's his fault, to be honest. I agree.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Disagree.
Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
This guy's mocking
If you're
me.
asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
This guy is mocking me, and I don't appreciate that, and now I'm even less likely to listen to him.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Well, we do have another voice in our head, to be fair, that wasn't there before, so it kind of has consequences.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Oh, that would make a lot of sense as to why that princess acted so different from the other princess I interacted with.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
I don't trust this man. Why are we here? Why are we doing this?
You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How's she supposed to end the world? That's a good point. That is a very good point.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I don't trust you at all.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
Mhm. Me and the skeptic, we are on the same page.
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
Ooh.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
Okay.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
Okay, first of all, our handwriting is terrible. And second of all, we know that the narrator can take over our body, so he probably wrote this.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
Yeah.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
True.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Like this guy. We have an ad coming up in a minute, so why don't we run it now? And, yeah, let's just save here. And, we'll listen to 3 minutes of music, take a bathroom break, get a snack. But don't worry, you won't miss anything. We're just going to listen to music for 3 minutes. So we will be back in 3 minutos. BRB. And we're back. Okay, So we're currently arguing with the narrator. People locked her in that basement, and I told you that's what this place is. Or sorry, I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things. Good luck with that, dude. I overcomplicate everything. People locked her away. Why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? Great question.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Sounds like BS to me.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Don't fall for it, hero voice.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Yes, right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Being a bit cagey, what aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Listen, I don't know how many times I have to tell this man that I want more information before he listens, but I'm gonna keep not listening to him until he tells me what I want to know.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
Hard pass.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around and leave?
I'm not so sure running away is the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here. What about her?
That's a good point, Skeptic. I didn't think of that.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Okay, I'm going to listen to the Skeptic. I think I can trust the Skeptic. He and I are aligned. Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin and talk to Princess. Maybe I'll slay her, maybe I won't. I guess we'll see.
I guess we will. Good. Going back to the cabin is the only way we can get to the bottom of things.
That's a good point, Skeptic.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
This is coming from the guy that literally possessed my body. I do not trust you, man.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
You did.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
All right, here we go. I want to make it clear that the princess creeps me out. This is totally different.
Is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
What the hell?
A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
How is the inside brick if the outside is wood? What is happening here?
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
I mean, it definitely is. It's brick.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
I hate this guy. He's condescending.
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
He didn't talk about the mirror on the wall. That's true.
He definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
There's very clearly a mirror right here, my dude.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
The writing and voice acting is enchanting in this one. Loving the banter so far, too. Me too. Fantastic game. I like the art style, too. want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I want to see how handsome I am. I'm pretty sure we're a
Let's not get
kobold.
caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it.
Yeah.
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
I haven't got a clue, man.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What do we have? Vampire? We can't see ourselves?
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
What the hell? The mirror's gone?
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
I have no idea what's happening. Okay. Last time we took the blade, she murdered us with it. So, and also we had to cut off her arm. I don't want to do that again. Let's leave the blade.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the
Oh
blade.
my god.
We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Skeptic, you and I were on the same page for so long. Why are you doing this to me?
Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that.
All right.
Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon, because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon. Peachy, we'll be fine. Okay, I'm trusting you.
I'm kind of impressed with the voice acting of the guy. He does a lot of different voices. Hey, Don, I gotta say here, what's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful.
What?
You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Listen, all these voices are taking control of my body repeatedly. What the hell?
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
Hero voice, have you considered that just by having the knife, she's going to be pissed off at us?
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
I don't like this. I'm nervous.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I think this might be an upgrade from the last cabin, though, because, like, that one smelled like rotting wood. At least this one's like a dingy old brick dungeon, you know?
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I don't like how confident you sound here. It sounds like you don't care that you've been locked in a basement for who knows how long.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs
Okay.
and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
I mean, she's much more chained up than last time.
So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I did notice that, and I think that's for us, if I'm being totally honest.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You are entirely too calm. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her there. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's sit with her. She seems like she could probably murder me if she wanted to anyways.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Her crown is different this time.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That seems reasonable.
That's reasonable.
Hey,
We
that's
do
what I
have a
said.
weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where I was told to sit, sure.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor. still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I just want to talk to you because I have no idea what's happening. My intention, what do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened last time after I died? The other chain on the wall, who's it for? It's definitely for me. What do you have me do? I think I'm just going to leave here. I don't think so. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Interesting, okay.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
She is sitting here looking at us, talking to herself, and probably thinking that we're totally insane.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Thank you.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
Nope.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Well, don't make me feel bad for you.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
I don't know that remembering being murdered sounds very lucky to me.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
Great question.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
No.
I won't.
Thank you.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Alright, I like the skeptic. He's my favorite voice in our head.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
You were asking about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall? Who's it for? That's obviously for us. What do you mean by that?
Your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Pass. I don't want any more cutting off body parts. Thank you.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Probably could. She's definitely a monster. Whoa, you were away for a while and she's already different? Yeah, stuff has gone down.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Rechange? We about to cut her head off? I mean, that seems to be what she's suggesting. Am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too? Let's go with what happened after I died last time.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Okay, so we're tied together somehow.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
Probably not.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
No. no voice of the hero. She definitely knows a lot more than us. We don't know jack.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I don't trust you.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Another chain on the wall? Who is it for? It's for us, for sure, though.
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Pass.
Maybe it'll fit.
It will, but stop being creepy about it. How is that going to help you get out of here if I get chained up?
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Do it. Palpatine style, do it.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Not particularly.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
It might.
I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Okay, what if we just look at it and don't put our wrist in it or our neck?
But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Okay, can we inspect this without putting any of our body parts in this, please?
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity.
Her tiara is definitely different, and I think her dress might be a different color, too.
I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Of course it's bad, dude. What are you thinking? Why are we doing this?
Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected to happen.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Doesn't your hand look a bit better, though? Less scales or whatever those thingies were? It does look different, that's for sure. They're not, our fingers are not like as hinged as they were before, if that makes sense. They previously looked like raptor claws.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yeah, obviously.
Yes.
The real question is, why did the princess want us stuck here?
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Not really.
What are we supposed to do now?
And nails are shorter? Yeah, I think you're right.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Wow.
That's horrible.
That is horrible, you're right.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
What, that they want us here too?
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch. No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Obviously.
No.
Liar. What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
You are entirely too calm about this. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
Fair
That's
enough.
rude.
We're both stuck here. Oh, now she's ignoring us. Okay, fair enough.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
What if another one of us shows up?
This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
We were stuck in a space and time conundrum for who knows how long. Guess you'd be a bit used to it at this point. True. She should be a lot more insane, I would think. But, I mean, she's definitely a monster of some sort. She cut off her arm and didn't care at all. And then killed me with no remorse.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes, and the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
I'm a little confused as how the princess is supposed to do anything. It's pretty clear from what she said. She can't leave the cabin without us. And as long as we're here, she can't leave. So the world should be safe if this guy is saying anything that's true.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
That's the best thing, that she isn't insane? I mean, she's thinking can be predicted somehow? Yeah, I guess that's kind of true.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it. How exactly does that work? It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
Well, we're not starving to death.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
That's a good point.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
I mean, yeah, it definitely looks more dingy in here. Have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
It's not exactly small talk. That's like an important question.
Still rude.
That's true.
You continue to wait in
Oh my God.
silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework,
Yeah, vines
and
are
watch
growing
lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode. She hasn't starved.
Yeah, she's a monster, so we must be as well.
I guess she hasn't.
Hey, Muffin, how you doing? Oh my God. No, our
Even
dagger's
more
gone.
silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass.
Playing Helldivers 2? Nice.
Until suddenly, there are no walls. And then...
Let's go. We're going to be free.
And?
How are you? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How you doing?
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Let's go. You're good? Glad to hear it.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Well, don't make me feel bad for you. Oh my God, what is happening? What the hell? What is going on? You don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead. Maybe she's personified entropy. That's why she's a threat to everything? Ooh, that's a good thought.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
So, the mirror has shown up again.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Absolutely, you're supposed to look at the mirror. Let's explore other things first, though. I don't know how we'd go about looking for her. It looks like everything has ceased to exist around us.
If there's even a her to find anymore. All right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
The narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
Getting louder and louder.
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
Probably this, just emptiness. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Well, don't be cowards. We should look at the mirror. You want to know stuff or not?
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Calm down. Mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Did we beat the game? What's happening here? Are we not a kobold? Something's going to be weird about the way we look for sure. Are we the princess? What is happening? Definitely a kobold. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. We are not a kobold. We're like a demon or something. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Sheet to the cabin. What the hell? You were at the cabin. I don't think I'm at the cabin, dude. Approach her. Recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between. What is happening?
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Huh. You're that thing that I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'll say that, but I don't know that that's happened.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
I mean, the music sounds nicer. Ooh. Okay, I'm digging the operatic singing here.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I have no idea. Demon of some sort? Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Huh. Okay. I don't know what I am. I really don't.
I think that you are like me.
Probably. We seem to be tied together somehow.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Interesting. That choir? Yeah, it's great. You what sent me to say, princess, or you what trapped me here? Do you know anything about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Seems to be some type of other entity. Let's ask about the gift of a fragile vessel, which obviously means my body.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
I don't think that's right, and I feel a little bad for the princess if you're possessing her. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's a fair question, I guess. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Interesting. It certainly mirrors what's been happening with us and the princess. You know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay. What sort of game is this? Those hands are very grabby. This is... You're scared. This is a psychological horror visual novel / dating sim. This is called Slay the Princess. It's a very fantastically written and well voice acted game. And all the art is hand-drawn, and it's very, very strange. There's a ton of different endings. Doki Doki Panic. Are you what sent me to slay the princess, or are you what trapped me here? I don't think that she's either of those things, but we're gonna ask.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here.
Hold
and
me,
I
mommy.
too yearn to be free.
Um, I'll ask if she's the princess, but clearly she's not. She's like possessing the princess's body.
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Huh. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Kinda. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
This took a strange turn. I did not think this game was going to be like philosophical stuff. Strange.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What happened now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
A creature of perception.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this creature correctly, it wants me to go out and get more princesses and bring them back here. So where does the narrator tie into this, I wonder? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? You believe in something and it happens, then does it mean that you can believe in a certain ending to this? Maybe. I don't know. We're getting real philosophical here. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Interesting. Getting some Silent Hill weird introspection vibes now. Agreed, yeah. I don't think I like this creature, but I also sympathize with it for wanting to be free and not being able to perceive anything ever. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? It doesn't seem like
You ask
it.
of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Good point. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
That's a good point. You technically have not been in any of the real world, I guess. What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
Sounds like we don't have much of a choice. But I am curious to see what happens if we just sit here and wait. I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
I mean, at the very least, this thing doesn't seem to have any ill intentions towards me. Wait forever?
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
I feel like we're talking about something else now.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
What just happened? The game closed itself? Okay, hold on. Let me open up the game again. Fair enough. Wow, we got real meta there. Huh.
You have returned to me.
What?
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Wait, I can't see it in OBS. Okay, so as soon as I opened the game, we came back to here. I didn't press anything. We're going super meta here. Wow. What an interesting design for a game. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
All right, I'll remember her. That's fine.
You won't.
Wow. Everything goes dark and you die. Jeez Louise. Reminds me of a certain game, but again, I forgot. It kind of reminds me of, and this is going to date me here, but Metal Gear Solid, the original one, when you're fighting the, oh man, I can't think of the name of the boss, but in order to fight him, Mantis, you have to, Metal Gear Solid, exactly. You have to put your controller in the second slot in order to move correctly. And the entire time, if you have any other Konami games on your memory card, it's going to read them out loud and talk about them. That was a sick, sick game. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. All right, we're back.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So I'm very confused about the narrator. The narrator can control us and speaks to us, but it is not us. It went away long before the other voices in our head.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Maybe killing the princess is a nicer thing to do than letting her be absorbed into that entity. So these are all the original options we had. So we truly seem to be back to the beginning. Let's go with killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Okay, now I like the narrator. He's kind of speaking my language here. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay. We know that someone else can't do this because we're special. Can you tell me what my prize is for going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I don't know how anyone can trust this narrator. He's clearly full of crap. Wild guess going with the Silent Hill analogy further, narrator's self-delusion, princess's uncomfortable truth that will shatter our world if we acknowledge it. That's a very good guess. I could see that being the case. We do seem inextricably tied to the princess somehow. Okay, let's silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
So the cabin is back to the way it was the first time we went to it.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I guess we go a different route. Every single time I've done this, I've questioned everything. I guess we just murder the princess, right?
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
All right.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. Her voice carries up the stairs.
I think I skipped a little bit. Sorry.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay, we've seen all this so far. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
I don't like that response to coming here and it's threatening to murder her. She doesn't seem scared of that at all.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yeah, I think Arios might be right about this.
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Nope. Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
Listen, I would love to, but I think I might be doing you a favor by killing you. There's like a weird hand entity that's waiting for you or something, and I think it's probably better to be dead than to go with that.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked?
I don't think so, Hero.
Don't
Not this
you
time.
dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Okay, so the hero voice forgot what we did previously as well. Tighten our
You
grip.
ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Don't like that response to me tightening my grip.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I'm not super sure that I can. I feel like you might be some sort of horrible monster.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Great point.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
This woman is so scary. I don't like it.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Alright, we gotta slay the princess. We simply must.
You lunge forward.
Oh,
without
don't
a
look at me like
moment's
that. Now I'm gonna
hesitation.
feel guilty.
You feel
Oh my
flesh
God.
easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
I'm sorry. I thought you would stop me, to be honest.
Oh,
Oh, don't make me feel bad, please.
this is it, isn't it?
Ah,
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
okay. At least you're not gonna make me feel bad.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
I mean, she can't. We've seen her live through the destruction of a building.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Huh.
But is it over? Really over?
Well, I'm pretty sure, Hero, if you believe that it's not, she's gonna get back up and murder us. I'm going to go with, of course it is, she's dead, because I know, as someone that played this game just a little while ago, that believing something makes it true. So we have to believe that she's dead or she's going to come back and destroy us.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
All right, Hero, don't mess this up, dude.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Okay, our guy looks more like a birdie now that you noticed the feathers. Yeah, he had wings in the mirror. He looked kind of like a demon, though.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Okay, leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Don't forget about my reward.
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Yeah, okay. That seems plausible. Seems like we're going back to the hand lady.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Yeah, I'll be real happy with the corpse of a lady I just murdered downstairs. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. Wait, is this my prize? This is great. Thank you so much. Wait, is this my prize? This sucks. That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Kind of hoping I'd get a bender ending for saving the world. I'm going to go with that's bullshit. Let me out of here.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. I'm sorry you don't like your reward, but maybe you'll learn to appreciate it in time.
I knew from the second I started playing this game that I should not have trusted this freaking narrator.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Screw you, guy.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
I don't believe you.
Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Let's go resurrect the princess and screw everything up. Didn't hear the narrator? I'm happy, we're happy? Hell no. You have any idea how to get us the heck out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Is it resurrecting the princess? Because I like that idea.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Ooh, I don't know about that, dude.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
I feel like you're going to get me in trouble with both Twitch and YouTube.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
YouTube, you don't think so? Twitch is more restrictive, if anything, or so you think? You're right. I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a while
What a
longer.
relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind.
True.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Huh. Yay! We got the good ending. You did it. You saved everyone.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Uh-oh. Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea.
Oh
Take
my
the
God.
blade.
Stop.
I can hear everything. He's right.
Don't do
you
this.
hear that? Do you not? Don't you?
You're gonna get me in trouble. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be
How
dead?
astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
That is true. That's not much of a life to be living.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
We'll screw off.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Let's go resurrect the princess, please.
The princess's body
No.
is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Sorry, princess. I thought you'd be, more monstrous, to be honest.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Okay, that wasn't as violent as I was expecting. After cutting off that poor lady's arms. The specter. Okay, we've turned into a ghost, potentially?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sure.
Hello there.
Hey, Benjamin. How you doing? Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My
True.
tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Screw you, narrator. I don't like you. Get another different ambient? It might be.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Another voice?
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's just ignore this freaking guy.
A warning before you go any further.
Good, you just dropped by. You'll have to rewatch this. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, Benjamin.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Listen, I think we gotta be friends with the princess.
She won't be a problem.
Okay, Voice of the Cold, you are a sociopath, and I don't agree with you being in my head. I guess to be fair, we did murder the princess in cold blood last time.
The interior of
Whoa.
the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air.
This is much different.
Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
You'll stay 20 minutes and go to sleep? You have to wake up tomorrow? Yeah, no worries, Benjamin. Appreciate you being here. This man's not mentioning the mirror again.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Do voices unlock based on your actions, perhaps? That's exactly what I think is happening. You didn't say anything about the mirror. We're just gonna walk up to the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
We're gonna play football with friends from elementary school? Awesome. I hope you have fun, man.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward
go on.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
I like the voice of the skeptic much more than I like the voice of the gold. No blade for us.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead.
This building's much
If the princess
spookier.
lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Much spookier than the other cabins so far.
The room below is silent.
Uh-oh, she's not talking to us?
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
I mean, she's gonna be a ghost, right?
I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Title is named
As you
Spectre.
descend
Oh
the
my
final
god.
step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
I didn't think this was going to happen. Heard you say this building is much skinnier? Spookier.
Okay. She's definitely dead.
I mean, she's gonna be a ghost for sure.
It's just like I told you.
With the skin.
Before you have a chance to finish
Uh-oh.
your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh, called it. Oh no. We got a ghost princess?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
It's a cute little smile, though.
And finally,
Hello.
the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
We murdered her, dude.
Ghost?
Alright, she cute, not scary? Yeah. I like that we did the Scooby-Doo here. Alright, let's save here real quick, because we're about to have ads. And I'm just going to mute this. Preferences. We're going to mute this for a second. We are going to take a quick 3-minute ad break. Don't be a simp, kill the ghost. We're going to take a quick 3-minute ad break. Don't worry, you won't miss anything. We're just going to sit here and listen to music. So take a quick bathroom break, get a snack, do what you need to do, but we will be back in 3 minutes. And we're back. Before going to the obvious solution, you need to cook and dry. Mayhaps in the form of a ghost you won't be caught in by that handy thing. She already ghosted you, you can't do anything. I think it's pretty clear that we have to work together with the princess. We tried murdering her, we tried talking to her, we tried getting chained to a wall for eternity. I think we gotta be friends with her.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Interesting that the ghost is still chained to the wall.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Listen, I'm very apologetic. I thought that killing you mayhaps would help, but it didn't. So I'm here to be friends.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Okay.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Again, I'd like to be friends.
So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
I don't like the voice of the cold. He is an insane person in my head. She isn't chained to the wall, it's a problem. She's got the manacle on, but you're right, it doesn't seem like she's attached to anything. Wait and see how things play out.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore.
Listen, I came down here to talk.
So, does that mean you regret
Yes.
what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe?
I like that it's got the whisper effect behind her normal talking voice. That's very cool.
Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
I don't know about begging, but I am here to apologize. See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her. I killed you. What are you doing? I'm not being dead. You know why we came back? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. You want me to die? Ooh, boy. Took revenge fantasy because I already did that and it wouldn't be hard to do again. Sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? People wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. That's a good point. I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again. I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? That's also a good question. You're dead, at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? I don't know about provoking a ghost. After I killed you in this cabin, I want to say it teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape. That is what happened. I guess I should tell you why I was sent to kill you. You were going to end the world. I was told you were going to end the world. There's a lot of options here. Well, I'm going to say that I apologize because I do feel bad. So, I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Apologize? That's what I'm thinking too.
Too late. But you can still make things right.
Okay, sorry.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance?
Yeah, I think so.
When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it? No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
No, I think we should be nice. I think we should team up, for real. People who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up.
Nobody tricked you. And the fact that the princess's spirit has risen from the dead should be more than enough evidence that she isn't exactly sweet and innocent. It's all been an act. She's pretending.
Sometimes the hero feels bad for killing monsters. True.
I wouldn't say she's ever pretended to be sweet or innocent.
That's also true. She's been menacing and scary every time we've ever talked to her.
She does have a little bit of an attitude, but I can't blame her. We did kill her after all. I wouldn't be nice to my murderer if I was killed.
That's true.
The fact that you apparently botched the landing isn't on the me you're talking to, nor is it on any other version of me that you've encountered. You're using a lot of words to say a lot of nothing.
Burn.
The enemy of my enemy.
Yes, let's be friends.
The princess circles you again, her icy fingertips trailing up your spine, sending shivers rippling across your flesh.
I don't want enemies. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home.
I feel bad.
Is that really so much to ask?
I don't think it is, but I do think you're kind of manipulating me, to be honest.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific.
Right.
And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
I think we should help. Let's see. Is there any way I can get you to help get you home? Do you need me to bury those bones? Let's see. What do you want from me? I am curious why I'm not a ghost. Spoopy? Yeah.
You don't look dead, killer.
Okay.
They
well,
ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're
True.
not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
You're not really
because
fine.
never
It's true.
understand.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
Listen, I still want to help you get out of here. I was just asking a question, so don't murder me, please.
And you don't feel dead either.
No! God,
Exactly.
please, no! No!
Don't murder us, please.
No!
We don't want to die.
No!
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
Okay, it's fine. She doesn't want to kill us, I don't think.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Did you figure out what you are? Your hand doesn't look human. I thought we were a kobold or a goblin initially, but we're some sort of like winged demon type dealie. We have no idea what we are. We need to stop ruining the experience. I'm enjoying it. I appreciate it. Werewolf? I don't think so. We definitely have wings.
I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
That does confirm what I thought, in that we are tied together and she needs me to leave. Vampire? We have a reflection, so I don't think we're a vampire.
I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here.
You're making me feel very bad for murdering her. Demon from the deepest part of hell? Possible.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
I'm in. Hop on.
After all,
Oh my god.
you own me.
Okay, well, I was gonna let you out and now you're being a creep, dude. What the heck?
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
Wait, hold on. I was willing to let you, like, ride on my back or whatever, but you're not gonna possess me. That's crazy.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in,
Let him cook!
there is very little
Let
anyone
him
can
cook
do
now!
to stop her.
Let him cook! I said
Let him cook!
Let him cook!
Holy cancel the ride? Yeah, I think so too. Well, it's her in this case.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
Ooh.
I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
That is interesting. We do know the narrator is in our head even though it's not us, so it would be kind of crazy to see what she has to say to him.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
She already replied to the voice of the hero once? Yeah, she hasn't replied to the narrator yet, though. I think all of the voices inside of her head belong to us except the narrator. Let her? I'm so curious now. Me too. I don't like that she made that scary face at me, though. Half lichen, half vampire? This would just be temporary, right? You'll leave once we're out of the cabin. If you let you in, do I still get to be in control? Talk about what happens after you leave this place. Blah, blah, blah. If I let you into, I
When
still
there's no
get to be
cops around, anything's legal.
True.
Sure. Why not?
That's not very committal.
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Yeah.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body. That is a very dangerous train of thought.
All right, the narrator doesn't like it, so that means I do. All right, hop on in, possess me.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
Giga Chad for letting her inside of us. You would say the voices are the heroes, but from other realities, while the narrator is something else. Yeah. That does seem to be part of it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Shut up, narrator. I don't like you.
See you soon.
Okay, you didn't have to do that.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
Hippity hoppity, your body is now my property. True. I think you're the one we cannot trust here because they are unreliable. It's not the narrator or her, it's me. True, I am an unreliable narrator. I have no idea what's happening.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Uh-oh. What is happening?
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Well, okay, don't mess up my body. Just walk out of the cabin. Death, that sounds painful, and we get some applause, too.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Listen, I didn't agree to being murdered. I just wanted to walk outside with you possessing me.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Okay, we're still on the same team. Let's get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Uh-oh, she can hear him. You're gonna work on your game? Lurking time for seasoning? Thanks for the lurk, Prodigal. I hope you do well on your game.
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Probably.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
All right, I'm on her side.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
Commented on the commenting narrator? Yeah, I mean, I think we have a severely broken psyche, and every time we get close to the mirror, it disappears because I think seeing it is going to shatter our mind completely.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
Yeah, they kind of just do their own thing, lady. I don't know what's happening here. I can't control them.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him.
Me?
You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
All right. I knew this guy was condescending. I hate the narrator. He sucks. You actually like the broken mirror references for the voices? Yeah, I think so too. I think that's definitely accurate because there's something going on with that mirror. Every time we try to look into it, it prevents us, except for that one time.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Yeah, get rid of the narrator. We hate him.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
Ah.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Get him,
Obviously,
princess.
she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Get rid of him, princess. We're getting lore? Yeah.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
Yeah, we're nice people that didn't mean to murder you in cold blood.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Don't listen to him. Let's leave. I can't think straight. There's too much noise. No, let's get out of here.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
That's nice. She didn't even take over her body. She left us in control like she said.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
Not necessarily.
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
I think Arios is right on the money here, and their theory is getting more and more concrete.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
It's a good point. He can possess us. We know that.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
I don't think so. I think he's a jerk.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
Not very nice.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and hate.
Thank you so much for the raid, Brendel. How you doing? What were you up to? One sec, let me give you a shout out here. Yeah, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spoopy Time. We are playing Slay the Princess. You were also playing Slay the Princess. Awesome. Did you see that the Pristine cut is coming out later this month? Are you liking it so far? It's fantastic. The various endings are wild, and some of the stuff that you can do is crazy. I'm currently possessed by the princess after I murdered her. We've been through like 3 or 4 different endings now, but we're still pretty early on, I think. Seems like there's a lot of endings. How about you? How'd you like it? Pristine cut? Yeah, so it's coming to consoles, and it's coming out as the Pristine cut, but people that own it on Steam are getting the Pristine cut, which adds extra endings and stuff for free. The ghost ending, you like that one? Yeah, this is an interesting one. Did you happen to see the one with the... Well, I don't want to spoil just in case you didn't see that one, but there's some wild stuff going on here. Loving the game too? Yeah, it's excellent so far. The writing's fantastic. The voice acting's great. I like the hand-drawn aesthetic as well.
And wine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
I don't know about you, Grendel, but I have not trusted this freaking narrator from the second he started talking. I don't like this guy. You've seen bizarre and brutal endings, but also very wholesome. I have not seen wholesome or super brutal endings. I have seen some gore, but not too much. So far, our endings are mostly just kind of sad. We're not taking the blade. We're going through this door. We're going to let out the princess because we're friends now.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
There are good endings. We got the good ending. It said specifically, this is the good ending. And then we killed ourselves not very long after that.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
Again, you don't have to keep bringing that up. I said I was sorry.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
No, let Ghost Princess out.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling.
Well, that's not
Let's
really a good
see
ending.
What happens next?
It said it was a good ending right on the screen. It was hand-drawn in crayon. All right, open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open.
Let's go.
Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
Uh-oh.
Yes?
The narrator's gone.
Nothing. He's gone. And so is everything else.
Love it when the narrator gets one up. Me too. Screw that guy.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
True.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world?
I think I know where we're going, unfortunately.
We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Slay the narrator's the new game. I think we're going back to the hand lady.
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Yay, Ghost Princess. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
I'm out. You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Claire.
This is getting so loud.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Ah, she's gonna get absorbed by the hand lady, though. No! Sorry. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
Sorry I fed you to the hand lady. That wasn't my intention.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Thank you so much for the follow, Grendel. Appreciate it. Of course you're scared this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. True, that is what happened.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It kind of will be, but don't worry, voice of the hero. You come back every time.
You don't need to comfort him.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. That's true. This is a true thing to say, and it's also kind of comforting.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
I'm sorry, voice of the hero. How many endings have you seen so far? Probably like 5 or 6. What? Why? What? Hands? Yeah, there's a hand lady that's kind of like slowly absorbing the princesses to try and escape whatever this is. I think we're definitely linked to the princess somehow. I think we exist in the mind of someone else, to be honest.
Whatever makes you happy.
Sorry, guys. All right, mirror time. How about you? How many endings have you seen, Grendel? You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. Yeah, we're kind of like... I don't know what we are. We're definitely bird-like. We've got wings. Kind of like a gargoyle, but with feathers. You've grown? Huh. You finished the game once, started a second today. Finished. That makes me think I haven't seen any endings then. I guess, to be fair, one time the game did close on me, and then when I came back, it started up exactly from there and was like, okay, I need you to be back. So maybe that's an ending? I don't really know. Hard to say. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You were at the cabin. Hi, hand lady. approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Well, I feel bad for the ghost princess, though.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? Clearly she's not. She's the ghost princess now. Ah, the choir again. I swear I'm going to find it. I think that word means something else in your language. You're going to listen to it on loop for at least a week. It's a good song. I don't like the hands. This is creepy. Yeah, this being exists wherever this is, outside of space and time. We're somehow linked to it, and it kind of possesses the princess every time we come back here. You know, it came out quite wrong. Let's see. What does it feel like to change like this? When it's all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Why? Not very nice. Invisible wall. And kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. Why? You want me to bring next time? I don't feel great. What do you feel about me? The vessels I'm bringing you, I've hurt them, is an interesting option. You have PTSD from an abnormality called Blue Star from another game, and this is similar. Interesting. I have no idea what's going on, and I feel like this lady probably knows more than I do. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? I mean, she's clearly not.
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Well, she's definitely the princess.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Blue Star just has a lot of legs and pain for you. I've not heard of Blue Star. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay. When this is all done, you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Maybe we're all the princess, and we're helping put the princess's mind back together every time we get a piece of her back here. We can tell that the voices change every time we do something, and they've been referred to as shards of broken glass, right? So, and there's definitely a mirror theme here. I feel like maybe we're helping put this being back together, and that's helping us as well. I mean, heck, we might even be this thing. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Interesting. So we can only do things we haven't done before. Oh no, it's 12:02. Maybe you should leave now. Have fun with the hand lady. Thanks so much, Benjamin. Sleep well, and I hope you have fun playing football tomorrow. I guess technically this lady has been more kind to us than anyone else we've met here.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Okay. I'm not sure that we're not you, but that's okay. Giga Chad, thank you. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart.
Okay. I still feel bad about murdering you. I'm sorry about that.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Interesting. I don't know why we want to kill this lady, to be honest. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Interesting.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
That's true.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
You love how this game made you think? Yeah, me too. It's definitely a lot more philosophical than I thought it was going to be, and not in a bad way. Maybe we'll come to a different conclusion than you did? Yeah, maybe. It seems like it's pretty open-ended in what you're supposed to be thinking here. In presence, there is absence, and in absence, there is presence, but what does that mean exactly? They're kind of two sides of the same coin, aren't they? You made a good point. If no one else ever appeared before her, she wouldn't know that she was missing anything, right? Curious to find out? Yeah, let's see what happens next. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
She sounds like someone with dissociative personality split going through a therapy. Really interesting. I am leaning towards that as well, Arios, but the thing that makes me curious about that approach is what are we? And that makes me think that we're also part of her. Okay, I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Or we're the sickness? We seem to be helping this entity. We are definitely hurting all the princesses by bringing them here to be absorbed, though.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
A therapist? Maybe, but we're seeing this entity in its space outside of time. I feel like we seem to be tied to the princess and whatever that entity is. I think we're like the same. We gotta head out now, though? No worries, Grendel. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. And hold on, before I forget, let me you follow from here? Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let's see. there like a slash follow? Oop, that didn't work. One sec. let me follow Grendel before I forget. And thank you so much for being here, Grendel. I really appreciate it. There we go. Followed. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and not too busy tomorrow. Or if it is busy, then it's a good day. Thanks for being here.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's see. We've already asked that and this. Consider that maybe I'm okay with their world ending. I don't know that we've tried that one. Let's try to turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Last time we got prevented by the skeptic from doing this. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't trust you, narrator.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Boo. Turn around again and leave again?
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I have not seen a single other person besides myself and the princess for every time we've played. I don't believe you. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Good. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
This dude is so condescending.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Oh yeah.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Lame. No fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah, well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm just going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Well, I don't believe you, and I'm willing to do this out of spite.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Music's getting weird.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Oh boy.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Well, that's not good.
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
He's right, I am doing this out of spite.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You
Try
lose
more.
track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Hell yeah, we did it. Okay, I guess. I didn't think it would let
You're
me do
on
that.
a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And
What
in
is-
the basement of that cabin
What is
is
this?
a princess.
Looks like there's a giant wall now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You aren't actually kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she? So you can't walk away again? Let's try and find out. Those walls, I knew it was walls. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go into the cabin. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay that princess. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Stay in the woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Uh-oh. What? Why is the princess telling me stuff now? Those walls weren't here last time. Well, let's see. Finally proceed. I don't know. Let's lie.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning.
Uh-oh.
Before you go any further.
It's definitely trying to prevent me from walking away.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Ooh, a contrarian.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
I guess it's forcing me to go in this time.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork
Wait,
of many
what?
cabin interiors,
What the
all
heck?
projected across what's almost the same space.
What the hell is this?
It's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
This is weird. Finished playing Helldivers 2. Welcome back. Muffin, hope you did well.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Great point.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
I don't want the knife.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Good question.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Not if you say I'm doing that.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
That's a good point.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
I'd like to look at the mirror, please.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Love the plot twist? Which one? There's been so many.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
There are more? Yeah. I'm gonna go to the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
It is interesting that the voice of the hero is always with us.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
You watch a full playthrough and analyses. Nice. I don't need the blade. Into the basement.
The door to the
Oh,
basement
boy.
creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
I mean, this one goes down.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
French.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, I'm here to be friends.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Nah, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna go be friends with her, I think.
We don't even have a weapon.
We don't need one.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I like that we're a spite monster now. We're doing everything we can to ruin the narrator's life. Take the harsh stairs to the left, take the center staircase, take the soft stairs to the right. To me, it looks like this goes down. I'm not sure how to get to that one, though. I mean, this goes down too. And that's attached to the center. Kind of. Yeah. Right here. So let's go to the center staircase.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
Don't overthink it. Yeah, good luck with that, man.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Uh-oh.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Uh-oh. We're getting into real rough draft territory here.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Hello.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip. Now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Hello, I'm here to be friends.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you.
We shouldn't.
Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I'm sorry I didn't realize it was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
Good question.
We're probably stuck down
Uh-oh.
here forever, aren't we?
Oh no.
There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Uh-oh.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before?
Yeah, lots of times.
Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until...
Not accurate. I've been here plenty of times.
Until? It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Listen, I'm here to be friends.
Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
He's doing different voices too.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again.
Let's go.
I don't like where this is going.
Getting all the princesses?
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade.
No.
Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
Who needs it, dude?
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Let's go. Let's make it even worse. Let's see. Get you out of here. Trying to freeze her. Free her. Wait, we're doing 3 things at once in this one? Let's keep asking questions.
Princess. You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty.
Ooh.
Any honorific should do, really.
We met this one before, actually.
It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
Good point.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
I was hoping to get another one. Okay, let's keep asking questions to see if we can get more. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here.
No, I don't.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
This one's asking to be killed.
Boy, we both know why I'm locked away here.
That's so loud.
I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Okay, I don't like you.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
No, more princesses. I'll let you out of here. What are you going to do?
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
Okay,
I just want to live my life.
that's sad.
I'm not going to dance for you. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do.
Okay, you're going to destroy the world.
If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Okay, you're bumming me out.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it?
Ad, yep, ad coming up in 2.5 minutes.
Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand.
True.
If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
Disagree.
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Okay, I guess we only have one option left. We're gonna get her out of here, but also leave her in the basement, but also go get the blade.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Let's go.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Oh, crap.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this...
Uh-oh.
We can't... Do you not have anything
Oh,
witty
jeez.
to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Okay.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Oh, there it is gone.
falls apart.
Okay. And on that note, we're going to save real quick. We're going to mute the game, and we're going to take a quick 3-minute ad break. We will be back in 3 minutes. Don't worry, you won't miss anything. We're just going to be sitting here listening to music. So get a snack, get a drink, use the restroom, do what you got to do, but we'll be back in 3 minutes. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We've messed up the princess pretty bad. Sorry about that.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What
Uh-oh.
are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit.
Oh, I'm so sorry about what I've done to you. I didn't mean to.
We can feel them
Oh
moving
my
around
God.
in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
I feel terrible. I'm so sorry.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart and fix us? Can you fix us?
I don't know that there's any fixing you at this point.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
No, I feel a little bad.
Please.
I'll try. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. Destroyed everything. I'm not gonna fix you. It's going to be okay. I'll reassure her. Okay, I got you. Got you yanked away by the hand lady. Sorry about that. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I'm gonna be nice again. I don't want to be mean to the
But it
voice of the
feels so
hero.
bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Don't worry, you'll come back.
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
You might not come back, but the voice of the hero will. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Wait, hold on. You've withered. We definitely look different this time. Uh-oh. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Okay. Hello, hand lady. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction.
Sorry.
A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's my bad.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. What are you talking about? Doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change? Doesn't that make you worse? Good question. How could you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
I mean, what are humans if not a bundle of contradictions? What do you think of this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart.
Range?
Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Interesting. It really wants me to say this, so I will. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Yeah, I mean, humans are strange creatures.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really see into your mind, so I can't ever truly know you. can only know what you're presenting to me. That's a good point. Let's see. Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, but I feel bad about all the princesses I'm bringing to get absorbed into you. Anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or the other. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me. I hate it, and I think I hate you. No? I don't think any of these describe what I'm thinking, so I'm going to remain silent.
You are what brings me meaning. Know that the pain of your journey will subside in due time.
Okay.
But you still have a ways to go before we are done.
You know what happens when to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Interesting. You figured out what you'll want when we've finished.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
You still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Okay. I guess I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Dead. Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the... You're
Gotta
here
skip
to
this.
slay...
I know, I'm aware. Thank you. What to do this time? Forget it, I'm not doing
Are you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
Don't tell me what to do. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. No, I've done that one. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Okay. I think we've tried most of these at this point. How about we're okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
That's not true.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I don't know. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la,
That's the spirit.
Viva la revolucion. Sure, okay.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Alright, what do we got
We're
this
not going to
time?
go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yep, okay.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Neither one of you do. I'm the only one that's experienced all this before.
The interior of the cabin is almost
Okay.
entirely bare.
This is
The
a normal
blade
cabin.
is your implement.
Well, hello everybody. Is this your first time? Hi, Other Kenneth. Yes. We have been playing for, what, 2 hours, 45 minutes, and I did a 1 hour video before this, so we're about 4-ish hours in. And boy, oh boy, is it strange. I still think we should be friends with the princess, so I'm going to ignore the blade. How you doing, Kenneth? Thanks for being here, by the way. This game is very good.
The door to the basement
Can't
creaks
recommend it
open,
enough.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Doing
If
great.
the princess
First
really
time
lives
here.
here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
So glad to hear that you're doing great. First time in the channel, or first time seeing Slay the Princess?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
I can't possibly murder her. She sounds not mean.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you
All
only
right.
have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Calm down, hero.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
First time being in your channel. Got it. Well, thank you so much for clicking on the thumbnail. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Listen, narrator, I do not trust you even a little bit. I think you're a bad guy, and I don't like you.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Oh, we got you. Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of here.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Okay, this princess is much nicer than the other ones.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
How many endings have you gotten? Like 6 at this point, maybe? I'm not sure if there's a way to check. Maybe. One sec. History? No, that's just this. I'm not sure. Maybe like 6-ish? But all of them have been very strange. Most of them end up with me talking to a hand lady.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
All right, hero, calm down.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Okay, don't worry. We're here to save you. I am not sure how to do that without cutting off your hand, but I'm here to help.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I kind of didn't. I'm so sorry.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Look how nice she looks. She's got a nice little smile.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
You're making a huge mistake.
I don't believe it.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
You're enjoying this? Thank you so much.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I don't, and I'm so sorry for that.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Your first time playing Slay the Princess. So I covered an hour of this game about a month ago on the channel. So this is my second time playing, but this is my first time ever, I haven't beaten the game. So kind of, yes, this is my first time playing.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Let's see. There's probably not a key. Can I wait for you to see what princesses you get? Sure. Is there like a menu I can see the princesses I got? I don't know if I've gotten far enough to see that yet, to be honest. Off the top of my head, though, we've gotten one whose arm I cut off and then she killed me. We got a bunch of them fused together. We got a ghost. And I think that's all I can remember.
Uh,
Okay. Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Sure.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
I don't like that idea. I've tried that before.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
That's true. That's a good point.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
All right,
You hear
last
the
time,
click of a lock sliding into place.
last time this happened, the narrator did this to us. You'd have to watch your videos to see which ones you've gotten. I can tell you which ones you haven't gotten yet. I can even help you get them next time, though.
Is someone else here?
Well, we definitely got locked in by the narrator. I'm surprised that there's not a, like a Princess Codex at the end or something. That would definitely be helpful. I don't know if you saw, by the way, Other Kenneth, but the Pristine Cut is coming out later this month as a free upgrade to everyone that already owns the game, and it's going to add even more endings. There's no point in trying to yell or open the door, so let's just go back down.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
You already knew about that? Slay the Princess is addictive? Nice.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
I am so sorry about that. I could try to, like, break your arm, but we're still locked down here, so that's not super helpful.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Okay, I mean, I'm willing to try. Gonna chew her arm off? Uh-oh.
She
Oh
barely
my God!
hesitates before raising her
Why?
arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I don't like this. The door is still locked.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Oh my God.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
I'm not doing that.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess, hell yeah.
Fine.
Oh my
Against
God.
your better judgment,
Why?
you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound
Oh,
on the
gross.
princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her
boy.
flesh.
Sorry about that.
The blade is sharp,
Oh my
and
God.
it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground,
Not great.
and the heavy chains follow suit.
You might be able to reattach that.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Oh boy.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her
I mean, she
gaze
seems
meets
pretty
yours,
happy.
blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Ooh, sorry about your hand.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay, crazy lady.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the
Ooh.
world.
Stop, narrator. Don't do
As
this
the
again.
princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
So we already kind of saw something like this, except without the biting of her arm.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No,
What are you doing?
I'm trying to stop the narrator from murdering you. Warn her?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Listen, I'm doing my best to not murder you, and I need you to not take this knife and murder me, because that's what happened last time, and I don't appreciate that.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Okay, don't do that.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Okay, don't worry. I'm getting this under control, princess. You don't have to kill me.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Don't do it.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Okay, we're cool now, princess. Don't murder me, please.
We both know this isn't you.
True.
She
Don't-
nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Okay, toss that across the room and don't kill me with it, please.
I'm sorry.
No!
I'll try to be quick.
Don't kill me, I was being helpful.
She
Oh
plunges
my
it
God.
into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Please stop stabbing me.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Just get me in the heart next time.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Yikes.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Okay, you're really bad at this.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Stop.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's not really your fault.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Sorry, it's probably pretty traumatic for you.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Sorry, princess.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Okay, we saw this part. But I died? What am I doing here? Or just okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Sure.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Okay, get a new voice.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Oh yeah, brother.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Alright, I'm on your side, man. Let's no, let's go to the cabin now.
A warning. Before she will lie.
Nah.
We already told you we're not playing
Yeah.
along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Alright, calm down, dude.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
I also speak from the heart when I'm talking to women that I'm smitten with. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Oh, calm down.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
This is definitely the nicest of the cabins we've been so far. Looks like the other version of me was lagging, so now you're here. Hello. Welcome. Appreciate you being here, Kenneth.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No blades needed. Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Save game? Okay.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yeah, the mirror does seem to disappear every time.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
That's a good point. Alright. No blades needed. We're here to be friends.
The door to the basement creaks
fancy.
open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
This is definitely the nicest of the basements we've been to.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Ah, this is pretty sweet.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hello, we're here to help.
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Hell yeah.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
That's a good point.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Nah, we're gonna be friends. There are
You
three
walk down the
endings.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Okay, we're gonna get whatever ending we're gonna get. And, I'm sure we'll find the other ones later.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Yeah, what
you
he
know
said.
she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Yeah, probably. That might be a thing that can happen.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Well, you did stab me a bunch.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero.
True. I mean, she's got both of those voices in my head,
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
apparently.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Very true.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
He got us killed, but to be fair, she killed us.
Well, she killed us.
That's what I said.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Sure.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
We're not killing this lady. And I didn't even take the blade, dude. What are you talking about?
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
I don't trust anything this man says.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Hell yeah, Smitten.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Technically, she didn't end the world, right? We kind of ended the world by getting murdered by her.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic
No.
and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
All right, Smitten, I'm on your side, dude.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Let's see. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Did I bring a knife? Do I have to cut you out again? And let's not do that. He's gone mad? Nah, he's fine. Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. That's true. That is what happened. Ooh, or we could just rescue her. I'm gonna apologize
If
first.
another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
That's a good point.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
Yeah,
Do you think she
Totally.
has someone like him telling her what to do?
maybe.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Good point. All right, let's rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how we get her out of the chains, but I am happy to rescue her because it makes the narrator mad, and I don't like him.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
So we believe manifest in here. So I think maybe if we believe that we can free her because of her dainty wrist, maybe that'll help.
I think I'd rather believe in facts. So you're one of those empiricists.
Boo! We don't like facts.
One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
Hell yeah, Smitten. Do it.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll
Shut up.
what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain.
Yeah.
My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
I believe him.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
We did it.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide
Yay.
her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Nah, look how friendly she is. It's fine.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Let's celebrate too early. Nah, it's fine.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Yay.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Yay.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
We'll see how things play out. I'm sure it'll be totally fine. She's not monstrous at all.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yeah.
What do we do now?
Leave. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Yeah.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
All right.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Yeah, she's fine.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave,
Yeah.
and I think...
Don't destroy the world, please.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Yay. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Yeah.
That sounds perfect.
Yay.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Hooray. We've got a perfect romance. We love that.
We have each other, We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Yeah.
I like to think that you do, actually.
Shut up, narrator.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
Not yet.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Hooray.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Probably gets absorbed by the hand lady.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Boo, narrator sucks. We hate him.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
All right, Smitten, just believe that the door is unlocked, and I think we got this.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
True.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
You tell him, Smitten. Open that door.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Yeah.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Nah, I believe him. I'm on his side.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Both you and the princess should have put their hand in the door to open it. I think we could just believe that this door can open. I think we can open this if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Power of love.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together.
Yay.
Blech. And
It opens.
the lock clicks.
Hooray.
The door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
It's the power of love.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
Hooray.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and...
Live happily
That's
ever
right,
after.
there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Get rid of it. No.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
The feeling's mutual, guy. I don't like you either.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yay.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
We did it.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Oh, now you're going to get absorbed by the hand lady. I'm so sorry about that.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Sorry about this, princess.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Don't make me feel bad about this. I tried.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
No. Sorry about that. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Sorry.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always
It
get
feels
scared.
so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever is on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so.
Sorry, guys.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
All right. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Ooh, we're looking rather gaunt. How much longer will you be here? We're going to call it after this ending, and I will be back on Tuesday, probably with more. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Hello, hand lady. How you doing?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
What is with these ads? You're getting ads on the YouTube side? Interesting.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
So on the Twitch side,
have a great time.
bye, Prodigal. Thanks so much for being here. On the Twitch side, I run ads manually every hour, so I'm not entirely sure what happens on the YouTube side, to be honest. You know what we'll find out there? I have no idea what you're going to find out there. There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
You think anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Arios. I really appreciate that. You're too kind.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
It's very nice of you to do. I totally agree. Thank you very much, Arios. I didn't see a message with that, though. Let me see if it's just not showing up in my chat app. Subscribe to my channel so notifications are on. Thank you so much. I put out a new video every single day, and I play games on stream 4 days a week. So hopefully I'll see you there. We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own. Because of that, nothing can't exist. That is true. You can't have nothing if you've never had the absence of something. It's a good point. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Interesting that this lady is telling us that we're molding the princesses.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
You'll be here as much as you can. Thanks so much, Kenneth. I appreciate that. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know what's going on with the narrator. He's not one of me, though, that's for sure. Is this not a person? I think this is the inside of a person's head. I think that we might be putting together a whole person out of the different aspects of someone's personality. And I think we might be part of that personality as well. But I have no idea. That's just kind of what I have observed so far. No, in live chat? Oh, Arios was talking earlier. That's definitely a person. Oh, the Stream Elements thing? That's not a person. That's a bot from my side. That like plays a message every once in a while about subscribing, and also the Discord channel that I have. The thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond? He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. Or you and I are finally going to have answers. He does seem to know a lot more than I do. Kill him? No. I don't know why that I know for that.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Huh, that makes it sound like we've almost beaten the game. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay. Not able to go into Discord because you're lacking the equipment that I need? No worries about that, Kenneth. Okay. How many more vessels do I need to bring to you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Interesting.
And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular.
A final multitude.
I guess we got a lot more endings than I thought we did. Didn't write a message. Enjoy the stream and the videos that you watch. Thanks for the chill time. No problem. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you contributing to the channel. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you? I'm going to stay here. Okay.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I guess we could see what happens if we try not to leave. Last time we did that, though, it just closed the game for us.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
That's nice. There is no waiting forever.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
I think this is what she said last time when it closed the game on us.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Yeah, I closed the game again. All right. Well, I think that's as good a place as any to call it for the day. But thank you so much for being here, everyone. I hope you'll join me on Tuesday at 4 p.m. EST. We will be back with more Slay the Princess. It's a fantastic game. And I hope I'll see you there. If you are on the Twitch side, let's spread the love and raid on to someone else that's playing. Let's see what we got here. Just give me a moment. We'll find someone to raid. Hopefully someone that's playing Slay the Princess. And yeah, let's see what we got here. Ooh, spooky season. Slay the Princess. Okay. And this person is a new streamer, so why don't we support them? That sounds good. All right. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. I truly do appreciate it. Yeah, you see me on Tuesday if you're available. Thank you so much for being here, Kenneth. Appreciate chatting with me. All right. See you next time, everybody. Take care. Have a great weekend and enjoy. Bye, everyone.